Hi, hello, welcome back, and if you are new here, welcome. So today we're gonna be watching a little news clip. This was posted, I believe, yesterday or early in the morning. I'm not 100% sure. I am like in California, so I'm definitely a little bit late to the game, but I saw this. I woke up at the crack of dawn and I was like, you know what, when I have some time, I definitely want to go over this. I want to see what's going on, see what's happening. But yeah, basically with this title, The Conjuring House Owner Under Scrutiny by More Former Employees. So I knew it was only a matter of time before more employees kind of came out and talked about what had happened or is happening at the Conjuring House. I believe it was in Jason Hall's live stream with Corey and then the paranormal couple, our favorite couple, Satori, were there, and they were all talking about what's going on, what was happening, what had happened to them specifically, right? They were not let go. They actually resigned a few months ago. But I was interested to see what goes on in this clip at least. So yeah.
Now, new details in a Target 12 investigators exclusive that grabbed national attention: Conjuring House controversy.
Real quick, who would have thought that the Conjuring House would have been on the news yet again within like a week or two? Like that's, yeah.
A couple says they lost thousands of dollars worth of belongings.
Of all the employees, why would it be Satori? Oh my god. Of course, like, why am I even surprised at this point that it is Satori that's coming on? You know, as oh my god. It's funny because I literally kept cracking jokes like at myself or like just to myself, where I'm like, how funny would it be if the next person or the next people that were interviewed by the news was actually Satori? How freaking amazing would that be, or how funny would that be? And then this is what it is. That's what happened. That's what happened. Of course Satori are the next ones to be interviewed. I sincerely wonder if they're going to be mentioning their method on the news. I feel like maybe they wouldn't, because they've been kind of trying to stay away and like kind of stay low, at least on YouTube. So I don't see why they do that on the news, but I would not be surprised.
In a barn fire on the Conjuring property, and have been waiting more months to be made whole again. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. Last week we broke the story about a former employee who says he was fired after the owner claims a spirit spoke to her. Target 12 investigator Sarah Grinelli is here now with the details. Sarah?
The barn fire at the Conjuring House broke out in December. A couple tells me the owner said that she would reimburse them with insurance money for the items that they lost, but that never happened.
It's not this evil, dark place that some people have made it out to seem. It is a beautiful, haunted property.
It was made famous by a horror movie in 2013. In December, a fire tore through the barn on the property.
We got a call around midnight, I want to say, that the barn was on fire, and immediately we rushed down there, and it definitely was on fire.
The owner, Jacqueline Nunez, tells Target 12 she spent $450,000 to renovate the historic barn.
Like with any renovations, when it has to do that with your home, it definitely takes up so much money. I'm not even surprised it's that much. Like, it definitely looks like a lot of damage.
Hopes of opening up a museum on the property. Then employees Satori Hawes and Cody Desbian say they put items in there to help fill the museum with what they call haunted artifacts. But
oh no, go back. Oh, that's actually a really nice barn. Oh my god, see, it had potential. It had really good potential, and I can see why people are like, I could see people actually, like, you know, paying money to go see the haunted museum. I think the idea of it actually sounded really nice, but it's unfortunate that it did catch on fire. However, it did catch on fire, but it's very unfortunate that it did, you know.
Haunted artifacts, but lost most of it in the fire.
We had everything from velvet curtains in there to sound equipment, you know, like speakers and stuff for music to play in there. We had furniture, all sorts of stuff.
It's just very unfortunate that it caught on fire. They were already bringing stuff in to renovate, to decorate the curtains, like everything, furniture too. So it was just more that was burnt down in the fire.
To refund them for their losses using insurance money.
I have text messages proving that. And then a few months later, I asked for an update. And she says, oh, I need you to send me the list again, which I did.
Here's one of those texts from Nunez saying, you're going to need to get pricing for these other items. So do that and hang on to it, and I'll get it from you when the insurance adjuster asks for it.
See, but this is where, and I was waiting for this to happen. I just knew it was going to happen at some point in this video. I just think it's interesting. ironic that you have these receipts. Oh, you showed these receipts very easily, very willingly. Look, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. We are owed money. You know, it's very unfortunate if you guys are if anyone were to be owed money, especially if it was a lot, then of course you're entitled to that money. It's just very ironic that you're very willing to show these receipts. But when it comes to your method, you know, your toe tapping method, you don't want to show proof. Like, you're very skeptical. You don't want to. But when it comes to these receipts, you very willingly just throw them out. Oh shoot. You very willingly just threw those out there and then showed all the proof. But then when we're asking for proof on your paranormal toe tapping method, we aren't shown anything. Or you show us, you know, just a little snippet and then tell us, you know, that should be good enough. It's just funny that for almost a year, people have been asking you to provide proof or to show us this method is real. A lot of us want that method to be real. Like, I would love to be proven wrong. Imagine how scientifically insane it would be if this method were real. A lot of us would love that, but there's not a lot of science to back it up. And then everything we have seen, all the clips, all the videos, everything is just, it's very hard to believe. Like, if you've seen everything, you would understand where I'm coming from. You won't show the proof that people have been asking for almost a year at this point, but you whip those receipts out real quick to show the news. It does not look good. It's not a good look.
In the back of our minds, there was part of us that knew that we weren't going to get that money.
In a statement to Target 12, the owner, Nunez, says the insurance money did not cover the losses of the item and blames the former employees for the fire, writing in an email, "They, not me, hired a painting hobbyist who failed to read the instructions for how to dispose of soiled, highly combustible rags properly."
See, this is where I have no knowledge, but just based off of my opinion, they, not me. So it's basically she's saying that Satori, or like Cody&Satori, were the ones responsible for hiring this painting artist, essentially, and they should be held responsible for that. She shouldn't have to pay them since the insurance wouldn't cover the damages, at least. And I get it. I mean, at least with insurance, it's always very finicky. My dad actually had, you know, full coverage car insurance, and I don't know why, but a little tornado just kind of ripped through, and kind of like a tree, or like, you know, it just really bent up the car. And he called his insurance, "Hey, I have full coverage, you know, can you guys cover that? Can you guys fix the damages?" And they said no. You're supposed to have a different insurance to be able to cover that. So I can get it. It's very, you got to read between the fine lines to see what it can cover. Sometimes it won't. I understand, but to be blaming them when you are the owner of this establishment or this like property, I don't know how that would work. I don't.
Adding she should be suing them for recklessness and negligence.
The stress of all this has been keeping me up at night.
Last week, Target 12 revealed former employee Brian Dancero says he was fired after the owner says the spirit of the house's 19th century owner spoke to her.
John Arnold told me, "You've been stealing money out of the cash box for the past 2 months." And I literally stopped and I actually corrected him, like, John Arnold, one of the original owners who died in 1839. And she said, "Yes, and I want you to pay it back."
I'm gonna link his GoFundMe and all his, like, if you want to support him. I know it's very unfair, at least with him, with Brian, what had happened to him where he got let go unfairly, unjustly. And it's crazy because if you think about it, and I know it's not the first time it's been said, where the Conjuring house it has a lot of cameras. It has everywhere, CCTV footage, everything. So why can't they just easily disprove or prove that he stole this money if there's so many cameras inside that Conjuring house? I think Brian even said himself, he's like, there is a camera right there looking right at the cash box. Based off of what Brian has said, he is like, I did not do this. It's very unfair what's going on. I know I didn't do that. You can pull up the footage, like, show me where you think I did something. Show me the proof, because I know there's cameras everywhere. I know there is a freaking camera watching that cash box. So show me the proof. But why haven't they shown it? It's been how long now that these claims have been going around and no one has shown the footage of the cash box? It's very easily disproven or proven if there is a camera right there, looking at it. Like, why haven't they done that yet?
He has since filed a claim with the Department of Labor and Training, who are investigating wages that he says he's owed, totaling $9,000. The couple says they were shocked when they heard the accusations.
I don't think John Arnold is telling the owner inside of her head that Brian stole money. I don't think any of the accusations of stealing due to spirits telling her this are true in any way.
So are you telling me that you do not believe she is a medium or a psychic? Oh my god, this is so rich coming from you guys. So she can't be a medium or a psychic, but you know what? Trust us. We can communicate with spirits when we hold our hands. We can talk to spirits. We just have that gift. But she can't talk to spirits. I mean, I don't believe she is talking to spirits, or like, you know, they're talking to her, or she's talking to them, or birds are talking to her, things like that. But it's just very ironic that they're saying we don't think she is, but then, you know, all the claims that have gone against them, it's a little interesting. Like I said, this is my personal opinion. It's just as soon as I saw them, I knew, oh, it's gonna be a shit show. I don't know what I can or cannot believe, at least with them, with this paranormal couple, because we are still waiting on the proof that they had said would be coming our way like months ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a certain live stream and it was alleged, hey, more to come, you guys, you know, more is coming. We are in the works. We're creating more videos, things like that. And it's been months. We're still waiting for the receipts. But then when it came to this, the receipts were shown so quickly. It's just very interesting. I mean, it was very weird. I was honestly hoping it would have been any other employee, maybe an employee that we hadn't heard about or heard from yet. But to see the paranormal couple, our favorite couple, Satori, being interviewed, oh my god, like I don't know. And like I said in that, like earlier in the video, I kept joking with myself, how funny would it be? They've already interviewed, you know, Brian, and then the Conjuring house, they already made the news. How funny would it be if like the second news report is done with the paranormal couple, Satori? That would be fun. Let me know your guys' thoughts when it comes to the Conjuring house, Satori being on the news, speaking about this injustice when they're still doing what they're doing. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Because it's very interesting to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't sit well, I guess you can say, because they don't have the best track record. So like, for them to come here, we're getting treated unfairly, here are the receipts, but then they don't show us the receipts that we have been asking for so long. We were like promised videos months ago in the live stream, and it still hasn't happened. But I don't know. Part of me still hopes something good will happen someday, but not anytime soon. But let me know your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think about the Conjuring house? Second news update, essentially. What are your guys' thoughts? Please let me know.
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you.